Well, I clearly walked in the room. They didn't look up. They didn't seem interested. I was like, fine, cool, whatever. I just said hi.
Did Will Feelings get hurt? What was it? Will Feelings hurt? You walk in the room and they didn't look at you in your expensive Fiora, Tiala, whatever, Gucciara suit. Oh, poor baby.
To everybody, I saw the OnlyFans girl in the dressing room, and then we went on the show. So later on the show, it turns out this Asian girl, her name is Angela Knight, and apparently she was a former subscriber of mine. And so,
wait a minute. Why did you say? How do you know she's a former subscriber of yours?
Oh, she told me.
Yeah, and so, and this is what you and I talked about off the air, and you probably get this a lot too. Anytime someone either says with their mouth or puts in the comments, I used to be a fan or I used to be a subscriber, but because you did or said X, Y, and Z, I'm no longer a fan. John, that is 100% bullshit. It's all cap. Dude, it is never, ever the case. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make you think that the one thing you did caused them to unsubscribe. So they're indirectly really trying to control what you do.
What? Do people really do this? Do people really think? I've known people. I think on Reddit people might like lie about this, but I feel like people can legitimately unsub. I know people that are unsub from my shit because they don't like a thing I said or they don't like it. Like, I guess some people could fake it. I don't know if I would just like instantly assume that though. But
I tell him.
Oh, actually, and she probably wasn't faking it, but I can understand why they might think so. Is because her content and her ideas seem so radically divergent from his, but they don't know that like a year ago she used to be hardcore red pill. They just don't know her history. That's true.
I unsubscribe because of XYZ, maybe then he will stop doing X, Y, and Z. It's always from a place of disingenuosity, if that's even a word.
Yeah, well, I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. You know, I don't know, man. I've kind of like turned this new leaf in my life where I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, and it's
you're in a good
so far.
I got to tell you, man, you're probably in the best mental space you've ever been in because, dude, you and I, listen, let's just keep it real. We're head cases, John. Like, dude, we've been through some shit. We've done some shit.
Yeah,
we're not quite right in the head. It is what it is, but. What we have to realize, I guess at this point, is that it sort of comes with the business, right? Like it just kind of and you can never really get used to the hate. You can just kind of deaden the nerves.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, you know what? It is what it is. I am who I am. I don't hurt people. Like you just gotta be a little crazy to be as successful as we are. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Man. I'm not like a. I'm not like a vicious animal or anything, you know.
No, of course not.
Not like this chick. So anyway, so we're on the podcast and like, you know, it's just Melina's talking over everybody and like talking over the host, and then Adam at one point like, "Hey, this is my show. Work with me." And so
why didn't he oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, I'll let you continue. Go ahead, my bad.
No, he called her out. You're gonna see on the show because she was talking to everybody. So
good.
So she was kind of draining the energy out of the room. And you can see at one point, like I just put my head like this, and I'm like, I'm mentally checked out. I did 5.5 hours of Fresh and Fit the night before.
Woo! Like, God damn, you're a G.
5.5 hours the night before, bro. It was the night before. What were you doing all day? Like, is this an aggressive schedule for you? You said like 6 things on all of Adam's show. Like, if you're an alcoholic, you have a drinking problem, that's fine. But Fresh and Fit in your brain isn't what's killing you. It's the shots of whiskey in your liver that's killing you. Like, come on, dude. I did a show. Jesus.
There was no real like dialogue happening. All these girls were trauma dumping.
And there's the trauma dump. Okay, it's so funny because he said that at the beginning of the show. Oh yeah, I've had like 4 different girls trauma dump on me before. Bro, what is trauma dumping? Anytime somebody talks and disagrees with you, is that a trauma dump to you?
So I was just sitting there. So anyways, I have to leave at 6 p.m. because the Valuetainment studio is in Fort Lauderdale, and Brandon Carter lives right by Biscayne Boulevard.
Oh.
So you have to, and it was a Heat game too that day. So I had to drive down. It takes about an hour. Luckily, I had a Lamborghini.
Oh, nice.
And I was flooring it down.
What you had a Lamborghini and you were flooring it down? First of all, okay, depending on the time you leave. First of all, if it was that late, you're not going 150 on the interstate, okay? Because in Miami, I've made this drive like 20 times. There's a cop every 2 miles between here and Fort Lauderdale. If you've ever driven between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, there are so many goddamn cops down here in southern Florida. It is fucking insane. Number one. Number two, if you're complaining about traffic from a Heat game, how the fuck is your Lambo helping you maneuver traffic? Did you get the Batmobile edition? Are you in Men in Black? Are you rocketing over these cars? Moron. Number two. Number three, why is your broke ass wasting money renting a Lamborghini to drive to podcasts in Miami?
And I was able to make it to Brandon Carter. So I had a hard out at 6 o'clock. So I think about like 5:55. It's the 1 hour and 50 minute mark on the Valuetainment money. Angela is like tells me, she started asking me like, "Do you have healthy habits or something?" I was like, "Yeah, you fat bitch."
Right.
Where was that energy on the show? Why wouldn't you say that on the show? How do you know how much he makes? Because I don't think that actual wealthy people rent suits and fucking Lambos. And when they talk about business, their business advice is bring value to people. I don't believe it. Sorry, I don't. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it. He doesn't sound like a wealthy person to me. He doesn't conduct himself like a wealthy person, and he doesn't move like a wealthy person. Just in my eyes. But hey, what the fuck do I know?
Healthy habits. What you talking about, bitch? I'm rich, man. Like, I'm rich. Of course I got healthy habits. What
like
you talking
healthy
about?
habits. I didn't even know what she was getting because I didn't know who this girl was the whole time. So she says something, and then Natalia hates me, and Natalia is probably the mastermind behind all of this.
Natalia,
because
she's such a useless bitch.
Jesus.
Natalia's just mad because she's maybe fallen into the fat girl category. It's a little bit soon herself.
Yeah, she has. She is starting to pack on the pounds, isn't she?
Oh yeah, just wait for the guy to show up that she's waiting for.
Hey man, she'll pull that fat bomb. She'll pull the pin on the fat bomb.
We'll see what happens, but
So Natalia's behind this.
So Natalia and her, they start talking, and it sounds like they planned this because she was like, you wrote some comment in the YouTube section because I guess Angela was on Valuetainment Money, right? Okay. So here's the thing. Throughout my day, I go in your chat, I go in Roller's chat, I go in everybody's chat, and I just troll, right?
Yes, you do.
It's fun. I like being a shitlord with the chat, and you in the chat know you like to be shitlords too. So don't act like
it is quite fun.
You don't act like.
Uh-oh. Did the Matrix get MLD?
Can you imagine women talking like this? Can you imagine how much they would get shit on for the lack of accountability, for the massive excuse making?
Well, hopefully the Matrix did not get MLD. Okay. All right. Let me.
Am I back?
Yeah. I can hear you. Oh, there you are. I got you. Okay. All right, go ahead.
No, the internet freaked out on me.
Yeah. We thought it was the Matrix.
Anyways, fuck, I forgot where was I?
Natalia was behind it.
Oh, so yeah. So then this girl.
This bitch.
This girl said that I wrote in the chat she is 40 pounds overweight, so I'm not going to take her advice, which I stand by.
That's right.
Why didn't you stand by? Bro, I couldn't imagine. And then this is always the thing that gets me the most is like and honest to God, I respect a lot of these guys, okay? I wouldn't be able to do this. I would be humiliated. If I couldn't stand tall on some shit I said no offense, I'm sorry, but to a woman, okay, on a show, if I felt like I had to slink to my chair, if I felt like I needed to slither out of that room as quickly as possible, you can't even make fun of a chick to her face? Are you serious? That's how scared you are? What is wrong with you? Oh my God, that is actually the cringiest shit in the world. Why could you not just tell her, yeah, I think you're a fat bitch? Jesus Christ.
Yes, thank you.
So, apparently she got really mad about this and just started like...
She wasn't mad. She was just asking why you pretend to be like a leader of young men while you're in people's chats calling women fat bitches, and then you don't even own up to it on a show. She didn't seem mad at all. We can look at the pictures to see who looked mad.
Trauma dumping like a motherfucker. she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to like the 50 men before me.
Wow. Oh, one of those. Way. Oh yeah, she's been waiting.
Dude, she was just like, blah. Like it was a like hardcore trauma dump. And then,
what was the trauma dump?
She started telling me, you need to change your pronouns, and then like, you need to do this, you need that. So she was talking a lot of shit. So I was getting angry because there's certain places in the world, like a woman talks like that, good luck.
What were you upset that you couldn't hit her on camera?
Listen, and this is why you live in Japan, man.
What? So you can hit women when they talk back to you?
And I'm not trying to advocate for Duracell. If anybody knows what I'm, yeah. No. MLD is shadowboxing. He is shadowboxing right now. That's what he is doing. We are not endorsing anything like that. But yeah, it's modern women can only speak to men in this way because they know they won't get knocked the out. That's
what the This is insane. I don't think I've ever heard a bigger self-report in my entire life. Modern women only talk like this because they know they won't get knocked the out. This wraps up perfectly for me in a little gifted box. This is why they like foreign women. This is why they're passport bros. This is why they hate modern women, because they want people that can't call them out of their shit, and they're woman beaters. Like, I don't know if they're actual woman beaters, but they want to be. Like, it's actually insane. Why would you even say something like this? It's not even the fact that they are of the moral depravity to say it. It's that they're also so intellectually deficit that they would think it's a good idea to say. This is a Kevin Samuels talking point. Did Kevin Samuels really say this? Did Kevin Samuels really say women only talk like this because they're not get their shit? I mean, like, there is like a nugget of truth to it, that there are some women that will say some crazy shit because men won't attack them. But like in the context of like talking about if we should be able to hit women, in the context of you should beat a woman for talking to you, she didn't even say anything that crazy.
Yeah, it's modern women can only speak to men in this way because they know they won't get knocked the out. That's really what it is, man. Dude, do women talk to men this way in other countries? Hell no. Why? Because they'll get Mike Tyson'd.
Okay, there you go.
Unbelievable.
Well, the point I was trying to make was just like, if anybody talks.
Hang on a second, like, John. Hang on a second. Nice glass, my friend. You're on thin ice, brah. You're on thin ice, man.
Yo, type in this dude's chat, Donovan. Get me on. We can talk if you want, my dude. Get me in this guy's stream, okay? Let him know. Hey, Destiny always is down to talk, my dude.
Man, be respectful.
Oh, members only? Never mind. Don't members to him.
To the guests. Be respectful to the guests. No. He's he's a new member. Nice glass. You're saying that he's trying to shift accountability, fam. He is on here explaining what the happened. Okay. Listen. This dude had a hard out at 6 o'clock because he was doing a show with Brandon Carter at 7. And if you don't believe me, go to Brandon Carter's YouTube channel and go and see. It was a hard out. He's in Fort Lauderdale. Brandon Carter lives off Biscayne Boulevard. Guys, that's a long drive. And just like
Brandon Carter lives off Biscayne Boulevard. It's not like they rented a studio. It looked like the show was being done in the dude's house. He can't show up 20 minutes late? Come the f*** on.
Like you said, the Miami Heat were playing the Boston Celtics that night, so it took extra long. Out of here. Sorry about that.
And I have text. I could like post a text message to you, and I told Adam.
Of course.
Like, it was a date. It was a May 8th. I was like, yo, bro, have hard out 6 p.m. because, I'm not trying to be late to show up at Brandon Carter's house.
Of course. And text me. Look, send me that screenshot because I'm gonna put it into all this.
Okay.
It's nonsense.
So
she's going in on you about this, about selling that she's overweight.
They're starting to like scream, and you could see.
This is why Myron wants to moderate. He knows people have fragile egos and they start swinging on Destiny. They get butthurt. I don't think they would. Donovan wouldn't, because this would have a heart attack trying to get across the table to me, and this other guy would probably be worried about ripping his rented suit, and then he'd have to pay back the deposit, and he'd go bankrupt. Okay.
What? They like unified with their like. They had like a trauma bond from all the men that hurt them, because then this single mother. So there's this girl. I was nice to her too, but she kind of turned on me at the end. Well, whatever, females, right? She was this Cuban girl. She's a good-looking lady, you know, she's 34, but she has 2 kids, and she does OnlyFans. I was like,
oh boy, yep, that's a wrap.
She was saying, she was saying that she had trouble on the dating market, which is it's kind of understandable.
You're 34, you've got 2 kids, and you're an OnlyFans creator. That's going to happen.
It's just going to be tougher for sure, right? And so, anyways, she starts piling on me and like, you need to be a man enough. You need to be a man and apologize. And you know, I have as much shit that I talk about holding frame. If these bitches think I'm gonna apologize right now, they've got another thing coming.
Like, brother, there's video of this on the internet. We all saw how bitch made you were in 4K in real time, broadcast on the internet. 5 megabits per second, uploaded streaming worldwide. Live on international YouTube TV, broadcast from the SOScast studio in the wonderful city of Fort Lauderdale. The entire world saw how much of a scroggly little bitch you were. And now you're talking all this shit. This is unironically the Key and Peele skit. Like, bro. I said, I'm not gonna apologize, bitch. Like, dude.
Unbelievable.
And she was just, I couldn't even get a word in because they were just like, blah, 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 blah.
He couldn't even get a word in? Adam literally tried to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's like, my friend with the rented suit and the rented Lambo. Is there anything you want to say? And he was like, no. This is, I want to leave.
And then, you know, then she's like, you need to change your pronouns. And I was like, bitch.
You.
know,
I was like, change my pronouns, bitch.
Bitch, people will whoop your ass in fucking parts of the country talking shit.
You know what I'm saying? Talking like that. Change.
I'm gonna whip your ass for calling me out for calling you fat for no reason. I just need Donovan to be like, you said bitch though, right?
Your pronouns. What's wrong with
America,
you?
they'll whoop your ass to be talking.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, roll up on a roll up on a Keisha talking that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Keisha,
like,
whoop that ass.
You got to change your pronouns. I wondered. I was like, I was immediately gonna tell her, but I didn't say it. But I was like, what are your pronouns? Like pounds and kilogram?
Oh,
you know, but
ML.
What? Little bro spent the whole Lambo ride. The whole Lambo ride in goblin mode trying to think up what he wished he would have said to her in the moment. How do you not have any shame? How can you have no shame to act like this?
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right, bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.